First things first, you guys, we are breaking down, we are breaking this orange support line, right? As I zoom out, right, one thing you guys have to notice that this orange support line is crucial. Crucial. All right, so first things first, right? You guys, what I'm about to say is going to be a little negative, but don't shoot the messenger. This is just how the crypto market is moving as a whole. Like I said, what I'm about to say is negative, but we have to look at the negative. The difference between people that actually achieve their crypto goals, right? Meaning you're able to make that first, even if your goal is just to make that first $1,000, that first 10K, that first 50K, that first 100K, that first $500,000, 1 million. Is this what I'm about to show you, right? So I'm going to say this before we deep dive into this. The big difference between people that make money in crypto and people that walk away with maybe like pretty much losing their money or walk away with like maybe $1,000, $2,000, that's not life-changing, is that people that make money in crypto are able to look at the market and they're able to say, okay, this is happening and this is really positive, right? So because this is happening, this is how I'm going to position myself. And then they're able to look on the opposite side and be like, well, this is happening and this is actually really negative, right? And then they're able to weigh out the negative and then they're able to weigh the positive. And based on the two different outcomes that they're currently seeing in the market, they're able to make the decision. And where people lose money is that they only look at the positive and they only bet on the positive things happening, not considering the negative thing. So now we are going to look at the negative thing and we're also going to look at the positive things. All right. Thing with Bitcoin, right? We're currently looking at the 1 week chart. So we're looking at the long-term perspective that when you look at this pattern as a whole, right? This pattern typically is an indication that, hey, prices are showing that it's most likely going to drop towards the downside, right? Because the way this structure typically plays out, this structure is like a baby version of this right here, right? This is the last bull market for everyone that was in crypto back in 2020, right? We made so much money back then, right? This structure is a baby version of this. So the way this plays out, let's look at historically the way this played out. Here we can see prices does this range where it runs up, right? Oh, geez. Hang on, I clicked on the wrong thing. Where prices run up, it has a pullback. It runs up, it has a pullback. It runs up, and then it breaks towards the downside. This is exactly what is happening right now in this crypto market, right? We're seeing that strong upwards flag, right? Sorry, we're seeing that strong move where prices are running up, then going down, run up, going down, run up. And inevitably, at some point, prices are going to go down, right? The bear market is going to come, prices are going to go down, and then it repeats, and then prices end up skyrocketing once again. So right now, we're kind of in the cuff. We're like, right there, like, are we going to go down, right? So this line right here that I've drawn, we've seen every time prices hit this area, boom, skyrockets, runs up. It hits this orange line, boom, skyrockets, runs up. Hits this orange line again, boom, skyrocket comes up. Now, here's the thing. We're right there, you guys. We're right at that orange line. Like, we're right there, right? We're right at that orange line. So if I zoom in closer so we can get a good look, this is the orange line right here, right? This right here. This is the orange line, right? We can see we hit right below that orange line. Boom, we ran up. We hit right below right here, right? Slightly below. Boom, prices ran up. Here we didn't really get close. We ran up. And here we hit it, a little run up. And then here we hit it again, right? So we're seeing that we're dropping below. Now, here's the positive thing. Even though we've dropped below, right, this key level of support, we have this other major level that I've been talking about again and again and again and again and again, right? For everyone that's been on the live stream before, right? I've been talking about this again and again and again and again and again. This level right here, this level has helped us out significantly. Now, for those of us who aren't really into crypto, something important happened last week, all right? What happened last week was we saw Bitcoin drop back into the 5 figures, right? 5 figures. So 6 figures means 100K, 5 figures means under 100K. We saw Bitcoin hit to 98K. Right here, I have it highlighted. Everyone's looking at the screen, 98K. And then boom, prices ran back up. Right here toward that 98K price range, right? Boom, prices ran back up. So now we're creeping. Just creeping. She's tiptoeing. Mama Bitcoin, she's tiptoeing on her way down, which historically has shown us every time prices hit this range, we typically run back towards the upside. So here is my theory. All right. Here's my theory. Here's my theory. What's up? What's up? I even know how to pronounce that. Jahit 7 ETH. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for being part of the fan club. Any crypto questions you have, let me know, and I got you. So here's the thing. Every time crypto has hit this price range, we saw prices run towards the upside, meaning when prices hit here, right? If Bitcoin goes below 100K, I'm not really worried. Like, I'm not panicking, right? I'm not panicking. Hakuna Matata, everything's all right. Still got that shake, right? I'm not worried. Give me 1 second. Let me drink my shake. Wifey blessed me with the morning shake, you guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's good. What's she put in it? Okay, you guys. This is why you gotta marry a good woman. Marry a good woman, bro. She'll take care of you, fam. Marry a good woman. All right. Now, so if Bitcoin goes into the 90K price range, right? I'm not worried. Oh my God, prices are... I'm not worried. This is when I'll start to be a little bit concerned. If I see Bitcoin go into the 90K price range and it stays there for 2 consecutive weeks, then I'll be worried. But if that doesn't happen, Hakuna Matata. Especially because of this. Why? Especially because of what? Because a lot of people get emotional, and that's why they all lose money. Because of this, you guys, let me look it up. The Federal Reserve has officially announced the end of quantitative tightening QT program effectively December 1st, 2025. 2 weeks from now, you guys, boom. 2 weeks from now, the Federal Reserve will be ending QT, right? In other words, crypto has been like, you guys don't understand what's been happening right now in the crypto market. I feel like a lot of people have. Crypto has been going up under the worst circumstances ever. Like, it's like crypto has been doing this marathon while holding a 200-pound bag, right? You see this? What made Bitcoin go from $4,000 all the way up towards this insane $68,000 price range? Do you know what this was? Like this massive run towards the upside? It was a few things, right? Number one, right? Well, I'll tell you the number one thing it was. It was low interest rate, quantitative easing. That's what it was. Bitcoin going from $4,000 all the way up to $68,000. Do you know how much money? And this wasn't that long ago. This was just 2022, you guys. Do you know how much money you would have made at that time if you were in crypto? I wish you knew me. Everyone on this live stream, I wish you knew me, and I wish we were friends during that time, because that was when I bought Solana, when it was like literally $3. So good for crypto. So let's say during that time you're able to scrape up $4,000, right? The average person spends between $1,000 to $5,000. If you scraped up $4,000 at that time, Bitcoin was $4,000. This was just 4 years ago. It wasn't that long ago, you guys, right? 5 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. And Bitcoin went up to the price that it is now, $100,000. $4,000 would have made you $100K. $100K in profit from a $4,000 investment. $100K in profit. So what made the market do this exponential, crazy, parabolic move toward the upside where prices skyrocketed? It was QE, quantitative tightening. The Federal Reserve saying, hey, how's it go? Gas to the metal, pedal to the metal, pedal. I don't remember those saying. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? That's what caused prices to pump. And now they finally said in December, they're going to start doing it. And that's why I've been saying, you guys, I don't care about the month of October. Before, when I noticed October wasn't going to be, I'm like, I don't care about October. I don't care about November. Like, I don't care about these 2 months. December is the month. December is the new October, or maybe January is the new October, or maybe February is the new October, November. And what I mean by these months, right? The December, January, February could potentially be the new October, December, because if you look at the month of October, right? The month of October and December, right? Those are historically the best month for crypto. God dang, look at November. Bitcoin on average does 41%. 41% in 4 weeks. This is Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is doing 41% in 4 weeks, what's Ethereum doing? What's BNB doing? What's Solana gonna do? What's XRP gonna do? How much are those crypto projects gonna skyrocket and run back up? Like what? If Bitcoin's doing 41%, right? And what is it going to do? What's our alts going to do, right? Right. So that is why I am very excited for the month of December once the Federal Reserve actually start implementing QT, right? Now, I've explained what QT is, right? Do you guys know what QT is? Let me know in the chat if you know what QT is, or write the word QT in the chat if you want me to explain what QT is, and I'll explain what it is so that everyone knows. Because the thing is, if you want to crush it in crypto, like you want to make your first 5K, 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K, 100K, you have to understand what is actually happening. And if you're able to understand what is actually happening, then you can take advantage of it on trend. But then by the time 2020 came around, right, we had massive quantitative easing, right? COVID also happening. The checks were going out to people. So that added a lot of liquidity in the market. And that's what caused Bitcoin to go from $4,000, $2,000 price range all the way up to $64,000. That's where a couple of $3,000, $4,000 investment would have given you $100K in profit. Had this massive boom. About this chart. I think this chart is going to become invalid. I don't think this chart's going to work anymore. And the reason why I think that this chart might become invalid is because from here, right, from the beginning of this chart, from here all the way to here, right, all of this was retail. They wouldn't put money in crypto, right? This was you, me, your coworkers, your friends, your boys, your homegirl, your right people you hang out with, your amigo, right? Yeah, like that's who it was. Our neighbors, our friends. That's who it was. This right here, this year, all of this is government. This is institutions. This is one of the reasons why this bull run that we've seen, Bitcoin has been crushing it, right? Like Bitcoin has been output. Like look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been crushing it. But if you look at Bitcoin compared to Ethereum, Bitcoin crushed Ethereum. If you look at Bitcoin compared to Solana, Bitcoin actually did better than Solana in regards to all-time high and how much prices have gone up since its all-time high. Right? If you compare all-time high to all-time high, Bitcoin has crushed every crypto, right? Look at this. Watch this. And this is what I mean by that. Bitcoin has honestly crushed most cryptos. Look at this. If we compare, right? Watch it. Let me move this. If you compare, this was last year's all-time high for Bitcoin, right? Don't worry. So the person who asked about me explaining quantitative tightening, don't worry, my brother. I got you. I'm gonna explain it for you. This was Bitcoin's all-time high right here. Boom. This is the last bull market Bitcoin hit its all-time high right here. Bomb. This was its last all-time high. Look at Bitcoin compared with every other crypto. I'm like, what the heck? This makes no sense. This is how crazy it's been, right? This is why you can know this has been an institutional bull run. If you compare, look how institutions have performed this bull run. This is insane. Ethereum's all-time high, right? Look at Ethereum's all-time high. We're comparing. Look at the chart, right? So whenever, look at my arrow, it's going to point both of them. So right here, this area right here. Geez, let me show you guys. All right. So this area right here, let me get rid of that one. This area right here is the exact same thing as this area right here. They both hit all-time high, right? But here's the thing. When you go to look at Ethereum's all-time high is literally from here to here. Like it didn't even move. Like what the heck? Its all-time high was literally an extra like an extra $100 or something. Versus Bitcoin's all-time high, the price honestly, it doubled? It doubled. Meaning if you bought Bitcoin at the worst price possible, meaning like you are the worst investor trader to ever live on the planet Earth, right? And you were the worst person ever, you still would have doubled your money. Versus with Ethereum, you would have made maybe a couple of $100, right? Right. And then if we do the same thing, we look at Solana, right? With Solana, the exact same thing applied. With Solana, this was Solana's all-time high, right here, this one, the last bull market. This was Solana's all-time high. It's peak, highest price range. And then look at today. Where is it? Right? Versus last bull market peak to this bull market peak. It didn't go up that much. Now, keep in mind, though, we made a lot of money from Solana. We made a lot of money from it. But regardless, from its last bull market all-time high to this bull, look at Bitcoins. Like, there's levels to this. There's levels to the game, right? So this is why I'm saying this bull market has been highly, highly institutionalized. That's why when I look at this chart, I'm like, all of this, right, is completely different than this. It is different. And I think now we're reaching a new era where this data, I think it's initially going to have to reset. It's going to have to reset. And we're going to have to start looking at new data. And the reason why is because we have things like this happening.